What's up guys, Matt from MLHD Tech here. Today we're going to be taking a look at a mouse that I've been using in all my videos recently. It's the Logitech MX Master 2S. Now the first thing you're going to notice about this mouse is its really weird shape. And so what this is designed for is to fit the natural curve of your hand. So when you're holding it for a long period of time, your hand is not overextended like this, like how it is kind of like on the Apple Magic Mouse, where your hand's going to be like twisted in an unnatural way. Because your hand normally sits like this. So this mouse just fits it perfectly and your hands go exactly where they should. And even after a long day at work, your hand's not going to be sore or tired from using the mouse, in addition to all the other features. So the mouse also uses Logitech's premium dark field sensor, which means you can use this mouse on any surface. It doesn't have to be a mouse pad. You can use it on glass, wood, pretty much anything as long as it's over 3 millimeters thick, which is pretty much any table that you're going to be using this on. Another premium feature that Logitech put into this mouse is its ability to jump between 3 different devices at the same time. So on the bottom, you'll notice there's a button that jumps between 1, 2, and 3. When the button is just flashing slowly, that means it is already paired with a device, but it's just waiting to connect. And a fast flicker means that it is unpaired to a device and it is open to be discovered. The cool thing is, say you set up all 3 of these on desktops that are all on the same desk. So you have 3 MacBooks next to each other. You can treat them as if they were all one display. You can even copy and paste things over from one to the other. You just drag it over and the mouse moves over just like it's a second display. It's not as flawless as having a second display, but there's pretty much no delay. That's an awesome feature if you're trying to work between like a laptop and say a Mac Pro or something like that. So this is my first experience with a rechargeable mouse. Any other ones I had just took batteries and they lasted for a while, but when you would change them and go out and buy other batteries, it sucked. So I was curious to see how the battery life actually stacked up to using an actual battery. Now on the box it said it gets up to 70 days in battery life, and I was kind of skeptical about that, but after actually using it, like, I can definitely vouch for that. It's going to be 70 days or more on a full charge. I had this thing, I used it just about every day, and after doing schoolwork, editing videos, and all kinds of other stuff on it, it only dropped the bar after about a month of having it. While it's charging and right when you connect it, there's 3 little green LED lights right here, and those will show you your battery life. They'll start to flash when one gets low, and then it'll go down to 2. The second one will start to flash, it'll go down to 1, that'll start to flash, and then it'll be dead. But at that point, you should be able to just plug it in and charge it up real quick. It really didn't take long to charge at all. I don't know exactly how long it took, but it was under a couple hours, and by that point you charge it for a couple hours and you get 70 more days of battery life. It's really not going to be a big issue. So my favorite part of the mouse is this whole section down here, because you have the gesture button, you have the side scroll wheel, and you have the back and forwards button. Now that's what it comes with preset, and you can go into the Logitech app and change all of those functions. So right now I have the gesture button set. Whenever I click it, it opens up my task manager. Whenever I swipe left and right with it, it opens up different desktops that I have open. The back and forward button are just back and forward, which is cool because you can jump back and forth in like file manager, which makes it really nice when you're trying to like organize videos and stuff. And then I have the sideways scroll wheel just set to a more sensitive scroll. So whenever I'm in Premiere, I can just scroll back and forth on the timeline and make little tiny adjustments without having to go down and click, say if I'm doing something where I don't want to take my mouse off of moving a title or something. So speaking about the Logitech app, you can hook it up to this and you can pretty much change the functions of these buttons for any program. So I could have it set up to open my task manager just whenever I'm on the desktop of my MacBook. But when I go into Premiere, I could set it to do something completely different. You're able to customize the settings per application. So for Photoshop, Premiere, Lightroom, you can have it all do something different depending on what you use. I just have a basics layout because I don't really need that much. I have the side scroll, and then I'll talk about it later. I have it set up to zoom, so that's pretty much all the functions I would really need. But if something ever pops up that you'd say like, hey, it'd be helpful if I could do this, you can always go in and set it up inside the Logitech app on the computer. So another part of that app is the programmable feature is you have the ability to program the scroll wheel. Now, straight off the bat, the scroll is just like a normal scroll where it's a little bit clicky when you scroll it. But you can set how hard or how easily you can scroll it. So if you like it to be a little bit harder so you don't bump it or something when you're gaming, you can set that. Or if you want to make it a little bit easier for like fine adjustments, you can do that too. And a cool feature, the button right behind the scroll wheel unlocks it, so then you're able to free spin it, and just with a little flick of your finger it just keeps spinning and nothing's going to stop it. Now, the way I set mine up in the app is I like to leave it on the clicky settings just for scrolling through web pages and stuff. But say I'm all the way down at the bottom of the web page and I want to just flick right back up to the top. I have mine set so whenever I give it, so you can hear it clicking right now, whenever I give it a good flick, it'll start to actually free spin, and then it's not going to stop until I put my finger on it. And you can hear whenever I stop it from spinning, it reconnects and then it starts to be clicky again. And you can also change the function of that button to pretty much anything you want. If you wanted to like set up a gaming button to have like a custom function right on your mouse. Another thing I set up was whenever I push in and scroll up and down on my mouse wheel, it actually zooms. I found that super helpful, especially in Photoshop, so you don't have to go click on the zoom tool or hit Z. You can literally just push in on it and zoom in, and it zooms in nice and slow. So if you're making any like fine adjustments or anything, it's really helpful just to be able to punch in and out without having to switch tools or do anything else with the keyboard. So overall, let me just say I'm very happy with this mouse. It does come at a price tag that varies. It's usually around $80. It could drop down a little bit or go up. I think I got mine for under 70, which was like a really good deal. But as of filming this video, it's back up to 80. It does come in a couple other colors. At the time I bought mine, the black one was the cheapest, so I just went with the black one. But they also have a blue and a white one, which is really sweet. So $80 for a mouse, you might be thinking that's really expensive, but like they packed it full of features. Like just being able to increase your productivity definitely makes it worth it. I think the gesture button alone makes this mouse worth it because you're able to just jump back and forth between programs so easily, and like it's just effortlessly to switch between desktops, whereas before you would have to go click or hit something on the keyboards, and that way you can just keep your hand on the mouse and just keep on doing what you're doing. In addition to that, I really like being able to customize all the buttons in the app. That makes it very helpful, especially if you need something special for an app and you can just program to set up an application to do whatever you want it to do. And just doing a long workday of editing, it's just very comfortable in your hand in addition to all the extra features. So that alone, in addition to the features, makes it definitely worth the $80. And if you're doing any kind of video editing or productivity stuff for long periods of time, I would definitely recommend this mouse to you. Alright guys, that's all we have today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like and a comment down below. If you want to subscribe and check out some of my other tech videos, we have all kinds of different tech reviews. Anything from SSDs to camera bags, pretty much anything you can ask for. Hope you enjoyed it. This has been Matt from MLHD Tech, and we'll see you guys next time.